Yes, sir. It's game day. Woo! Man, I waited a whole week just to try to get this bad taste out of my mouth, this heartbreaking loss that we had. But we'll see. So what's going on, fellas?
Man,
Tolly,
what?
how was your week? What's going on?
Man, I'm feeling good. Today I woke up. I smelled the air, and it smelled like a little victory in the air. I've been playing Madden all day, just hoping that you guys play exactly how I've been playing on the game. So I'm feeling good today.
I
All
feel
right.
I feel awesome, man. Today, just got out of the football season. Did pretty good, even though we did lose the Super Bowl. But I'm happy
Oh
for
man.
each and every one of those kids out there that perform, and I got some
Mhm.
returning people coming back next year. Now I'm ready to just get back right to this grind. Hope for a win this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. I mean, look, I'm feeling look, like I said,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Look, I waited 7 days to get back to this point, and hey, we'll see how it goes, man. Hey, we're gonna talk about everything, injuries and stuff like that. Y'all, if we drop to 3-7, are y'all done? Are y'all like, you know what? No more ego gear for me. I'm packing it up. What's gonna happen? But we're about to talk about all that. So without further ado, let's get into it. The latest injury report I have is this from Friday, November 12th. I haven't heard anything else. Since it is a late game, maybe something might come out in a couple hours. But as far as I know, we are looking pretty healthy going into this matchup. Even our heart and soul. He practiced fully. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, the Philadelphia Eagles, favorite child. Hey, he's full go. So what's your thought? Hey, we healthy, no excuses, right?
Man, no excuses, man. We've been solid for the past few games up front, as far as protecting Jalen Hurts. And
Mm-hmm.
as far as the defense goes, the corners been getting a bit bruised up, but for the most part, we've been having most of our guys, and I think that's what's really been kind of the frustrating part, as far as what these coaches can come up with as far as these schemes, because they pretty much have all their pieces. You know what I mean? So what do they have to show for it?
Yep. I mean, it shouldn't be no excuses. You have last year we didn't have a healthy team out there. You had the practice squad and the B team out there. This year we have everybody. You again, some players gonna play through injuries, but again, still no excuses. You can't bring up the man. The man has been hurt. Hey, if he's out there, he's playing. It's a difference between injured and hurt. If you're hurt, you don't play. If you're injured, you give it all you got. So we got all our guys this year, and it's just
Hmm.
frustration not to be going out there every week, just going out there not executing the game plan the right way, and just to play the way you play. It's no excuses with a full loaded and healthy team. Just no excuses for this. As Eagles fans, all we seeing and stuff. It's just really no excuses.
Yeah, yeah. When I meant healthy, man, it's healthy just based on who we've been having since what Brendan Graham went down and
Yeah,
Brendan Brooks go down. But hey, Brendan Brooks should be coming back pretty soon. I mean, they gave him a 6 to 8 weeks. He's been gone, and it's almost up. But as far as healthy wise, we are the healthiest team. Unfortunately, I could not get the Denver Broncos injury roster, but I know from my live on Thursday that this team was depleted. I mean, I don't even know if Patrick Surtain is going to play today. Last time I checked, he wasn't playing today. I mean, we should have no excuse why we can't, if we have a game plan in place, why we can't dominate this
Hmm.
team. If we play our game, if we try to
Yeah.
make them, hey, if we try and play their game, it's going to be a whole different ball game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's talk about the jersey. This is the uniform for this Sunday. Black. Ooh, that boy
Hey,
look
man.
good in that
yep,
uniform, man.
Yes,
What's your thought
yeah.
yes,
on right here? This first time this
man,
year, I believe.
I
man.
love it.
J- Look, Jalen Hurts is the type of person. Look, I be impressed with Jalen Hurts all the time. This is a guy that every time I watch him, I want to root for him. Every time I listen to him talk, I want to root for him. And Jalen Hurts is the type of guy that he just has confidence pouring through his skin like all over. I would never forget watching. It seemed like all my favorite Jalen Hurts games be games like last year game when he went against Arizona and he was battling and we fell short. Then this past game, just to watch him and watch his demeanor on the sideline, you could barely even tell what the situation was. Dude was cool as a fan. That's what I love as a leader. So to see him dressed up, and we all know he love to be swagged out. So when he look good, he feel good, and if he feel good, then he
He
gonna play
played
good.
good.
He gonna make that uniform look good, man. I love that uniform. I love it.
All right, hey, welcome to the fourth member of this team, Mr. Philly Insider himself, Hunter Doyle. Go ahead, Hunter.
That's good, Hunter.
Well, we just talked about Jalen in the game today.
We were talking. No, that was actually the uniform, for today. So I was just.
Oh, the
showing
uniforms are fire.
Yeah,
My
yeah, I was just
goodness,
showing
these
that.
things are hot. I love this. I love this. I saw a lot of people putting out there the green on black for the home game next week.
Yeah.
But I love the uniform. Look, we're about to go out there and ball in these things. It's gonna be tough in Mile High, altitude level changing and everything. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So.
Yeah, okay. So, hey, let's get into it. All right, so who want to tackle this first? What are your thoughts on this upcoming game? Let's go, Coach.
Well, by my face reaction, it's in and out a little bit. My thoughts on this upcoming game, like last week, this defense, I just don't know what to say. The moment that I told JC this plenty of times, and everybody, when they gave up that 99-yard drive, I knew this defense was going to have a tough. I said, this defense ain't stopping nobody today. That's how you knew the defense wasn't going to be on point. You literally look, as a coach and as being a part on the field, you literally look at how the first series of games going to go. That's how you knew. That's how you know how bad your defense is going to play. That's how you know how good they're gonna. That's how good you know how they're gonna play. But last week, I knew this defense wasn't gonna play well because 99-yard drive straight down the field. Even though they didn't score, they took a lot of time off the clock. That was almost a whole first quarter. They get the ball right back. They do get a stop on fourth down. They get the ball right back. Same scenario. They get pinned at the 1-yard line. Then you try to throw the ball up the field. It didn't work. Then Jalen Hurts gets the ball on 3rd and 10. We could have got sacked in the end zone. He gets up out of there. He doesn't go through a read. He doesn't go through a read. But he was looking as a throw. That wasn't a design run. He just immediately just runs it out. He gets hit, and all of a sudden they get the ball at the 50-yard line. They go down and score. So this upcoming game again, time of possession. I'm gonna keep preaching this. That's big in the game. If you don't control time of possession, you're not going to win the game. That's just simple as that. If you're not going to keep Teddy Bridgewater them off the field, you're not going to win the game. The secondary has to play well. Even when Darius Slay was in the game, he didn't get hurt to the fourth quarter. We still was getting gashed on the defensive side of the ball. They got a good tight end in Noah Fant. He's pretty good. Tim Patrick, a big-time wide receiver, a big-body wide receiver. We seen what he did to Diggs last weekend. That should put you on notice. Cortland Sutton, another big body wide receiver that can catch a jump ball, and get separation and coverage. Jerry Jeudy is out there. He's getting healthy. Then they got Hamler, who can take their speedster. So they got players, they got guys, they got possession receivers, they got weapons. Now, let's not overlook this offense. If we're the Eagles fans in their own defense, they got playmakers that can make plays for these guys. That can make plays for Teddy Bridgewater. And Melvin Gordon even looked good last week. So we gotta take in faction. It won't be easy for this defense. It wasn't easy for them last week. This is the same caliber team, this same caliber offense that the Chargers have, but Chargers have just a better quarterback. They just had a better quarterback. That's it. But they got playmakers at receiver all over the field, and their tight end is a playmaker. So we got to come out. We got to get stops, control time of possession. They're running the football pretty well.
Oh yeah.
The offense did enough last week to win the game. The problem is Justin Herbert was on the field too goddamn much, and Austin Eckler didn't get off, but he made enough plays at the end of the game. At the end of the game, to keep some possession alive. That 3rd and 15 last week. How is Keenan Allen that wide open? How is Keenan Allen that wide open over the middle? We got Gardens playing 7 yards off the football, giving up dimes, easy slant throws. So you mean tell me we're gonna get that up today? We're gonna get that up to a Cortland Sutton and Tim Patrick. I think this offense is gonna be competitive. I really do. Their defense is very good, even though Patrick Surtain is out. But hey, they San Francisco Chargers corners out. We couldn't take advantage. We still couldn't take advantage. So again, this was all to me. I'm putting everything. I don't care about the offense. I know the offense is going to get theirs at some point. This defense needs to step the hell up today. This is where I'm going to stay at. This defense side of the ball, they need to step up today. That's no excuse. They need to step up today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Coach. Who's next? Let's go. Coach got me fired up just to go run my head against the wall because I can't play in the game today. You know, I'm not a player. But if I was listening to Coach right now, go ahead, Hunter. Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to go first, you Gifted? I'm a little pessimistic today. I don't want to ruin the vibe right now.
I can go.
Okay.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Look, so my thoughts on the game, is basically it comes down to the defense. I'm gonna predict that the coach Nick Sirianni put the offense in position, and I feel like the offense is gonna automatically do that, right? So with that being said, because they at least shown some type of consistency, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them that. So if I'm gonna say anything, I'm gonna bring it down to the defense, and with the inconsistency, 80% plus percentage completion percentage, for the 5th time, last game against the Chargers, that's unacceptable. I can understand a scheme. I can understand, giving up yards, but when you're giving up 80 plus percentage completion, and on top of that you're losing, you have to adjust. You have to, as a head coach, you have to adjust. And this is a game, although they showed out, the Broncos, they showed out against Dallas, so they're gonna be flying high up in mile high. They're gonna be turned up. But we also have to stay disciplined, because I've watched Teddy Bridgewater. I've watched a few of his games. Teddy Bridgewater is also a playmaker. I'm a guy that I look at quarterbacks, especially the brothers. If they good, they good. And I'm looking at him like, yo, this guy is a straight playmaker. I watched him a few times. This guy last game, 249 yards with a touchdown and a QB rating of, I believe, 107. So, with a QB rating like that, he's not no dummy. Going against a defense that allows, allows 80% completion percentage, that can be deadly. On top of adding the fact that they can run the ball. They have a two-headed. They literally have a strong two-headed monster. Melvin Gordon and fucking Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
These some dogs, bro. These some dogs. Melvin Gordon, 21 carries last game, 80 yards. Melvin Gordon, 17 carries, 111. There's 2 running backs on the same team. I know they was up a lot, so they was running, but they at least showed that they can run. Javonte Williams averaged 6.5 yards a carry. So this is a guy that's literally carrying guys. I watched him against Dallas carrying guys. This is going to ultimately come down to the defense, like it basically for the most part of the season has come down to, because we have not been able to stop anybody. It's like we have like a turnover or we'll stop them on a 4th down, but then we give up straight touchdowns, like 4 possessions with that end in 4 straight touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to create some type of a stop. We can't just keep on letting these guys just do whatever they want to do, especially when it comes to these quarterbacks are not dumb. You know what I mean? They not dumb, and then they picking on our linebackers. And if we not gonna be playing tight, the first read is where the linebackers at, and our linebackers is our weakest part of the team. So the quarterback is just gonna eat. We have to adjust. This is another game. Although we evaluating the players, but we still evaluating the coaches as well. Because let us lose this game, we're going to be in a heavy evaluation process. We're going to be looking at the players and looking at the coaches, and especially JG. His seat is hot. That's all I gotta say. That's my thoughts on the game.
I want to say one more thing. So I want to give a special shout out and a special hand clap to Derek Barnett for jumping off sides. I have to do that. That is undisciplined. That's all he seems to do every single week. Derek Barnett always finds a way to give a team a momentum with a 3rd and 6. You're on the verge of making them kick a field goal. You give them a free 5 yards. And you know what happened? Yes. You know what happened after that? Quarterback sneak by Justin Herbert. And you know what happened the very next play? Justin Herbert runs it in for a 15-yard touchdown. So Derek Barnett, thank you so much for just giving it. Always find something to rank the Eagles. Always find something. Always doing something. That's like you always in the goddamn newspaper. So thank you, Derek Barnett, for doing that. And you always been undisciplined. That's all you seem to do for this defense. So again, like D Gift is saying, I preach, man. The offense did enough last week to win the game. I got a feeling the offense is going to keep us in the game. But I'm straightly focused on this defense. Because the way this defense played, you're giving up 80. You're giving away free passes. Guys are playing 7 yards, 10 yards off the football, and you're just giving up free slants.
Quarterbacks are having career high games on us, bro. That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. And you're giving a quarterback a rhythm, a good quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater knows he doesn't beat himself. He doesn't beat himself with turnover. He's not turnover prone, so he's not a type of quarterback that's going to force footballs. He's going to take his time, make the right reads. He's going to throw a perfect ball. It's not going to be a 60-yard bomb or 80-yard bomb. It's going to be respectable. But we got linebackers that can't cover anybody. So we already knew this linebacker core was going to have trouble last week against Jerry Cook. And boy, did they goddamn did. Last weekend.
Yeah. Yo, Hunter?
All right. I mean, look, this is really, I don't want to say season defining, but it could be for both teams. I mean, look, the Broncos are 5-4 right now, I believe. And
yes,
it says it right behind you. Yeah. They're 5-4. And surprisingly, they're in last in what's a very good division. I mean, being 5-4, you'd expect to usually be like 2nd or 3rd in your division, but very good division over there. I believe they're tied with the Chiefs probably for last. But look, they've got a chance this year, a chance they haven't had since Peyton Manning's been around to make the playoffs. And for us, look, the Falcons and the Panthers are 7 and 8 seeds right now, and the Saints are the 6th seed who we play next week. And the Saints, quite frankly, look like a different team every week. Like there's a shot, and we could either go towards that and towards having a 500 or above 500 record, especially we could go 3-1, 4-0 these next 4 games. Or if we lose this game, the road's going to become really, really tough from here on out. Mm-hmm. So this is a crucial game. And big stat that gets me in this one is the Broncos have the 2nd fewest missed tackles this year, the fewest missed tackles, while we have the 2nd most missed tackles. So just a much more disciplined team, I would say. Like you said, Coach Dante, Teddy B is not going to put the ball in harm's way. He is a very sound quarterback, and I think Gannon's style complements his play style in that he likes to try to prevent the big play, even though that still hasn't worked. It's been a bend but don't break defense, but it's still breaking. And like you said with Barnett, like unbelievable that this coaching staff, even like 4 weeks in, I forget who I was talking this about, but like 4 weeks into the season, the coaching staff saying it's always him. And they've only been here for this season, and they already know that. Like, that's a terrible sign. So, and I think with Barnett and Sweat today, they have got to play well because the Broncos, their left and right tackle are both out. So you've got to take advantage of those matchups. And I think, the front four, I think even though Gannon's calling the way he is, the front four's got to do a better job getting home, especially Fletcher Cox. But also, in terms of Gannon, he's got to
Yeah.
send a little bit of pressure. And I think something I was talking about someone with last week is when you send, I don't mind the defensive back blitzes, but with the personnel we have, then you're asking the linebackers to have extra space to cover in zone or an extra man to cover in man coverage. So, blitz these linebackers a little bit, especially Singleton. He's been good when we've sent him to go take it down the quarterback. So I think it really, like you guys said, it really comes down to the defense. Like, can these guys on the front four step up? Can Gannon play call a little bit better? And also, I'd love to see him. I saw a stat the other day. Steven Nelson's only playing in the slot 0.2%. So Maddox is really the true slot guy. But I wish that with this matchup, when, like you said, Coach Dante, and the gifted, like, you're going to have Judy out there. I love Judy, but I love Maddox, but Judy could give him some fits. Like, when Judy's out there, they don't tend to target Cortland as much, which I find very weird because I think Cortland's a monster and I think you should still feed him as much as possible. But they're going to feed Judy quite a bit. And with the way Maddox played against Keenan Allen last week, which should be expected, Keenan Allen's an elite receiver. I think Judy, with his route running, is on a very similar level. A little bit of different play style, but he could absolutely torch Maddox today. So I'd love to see Gannon adjust and maybe put Steven Nelson on a few times, throw some different looks at Judy just to throw him off. Don't give him man coverage or just, wide open space underneath for Maddox to give up. You got to mix it up on him. So, and like you said, the running backs are unbelievable. I think Javonte Williams leads the league in missed tackle percentage or forced missed tackle percentage or something like that, broken tackle percentage, whatever it is. Like, that running back and Melvin Gordon still got it. Like, people don't talk about him enough, but I don't know about another duo that has two guys over 400 yards with that bad of an offensive line and that injury prone of an offensive line too. That's what makes it really impressive to me is how well they run the ball despite their trash offensive line, how young their offensive line is too. So yeah, that's the side of the game that really I think it's going to come down to. I'm interested to see if we're going to run those 3 tight end sets and be able to run the ball effectively again, because I think the Broncos are going to get a few more stops than the last couple teams did in the run game. But I also think, if you put 3 big bodies in there and tight end, and you're just going to have, 9 guys blocking every time, you're going to be able to move the ball a little bit. So, I think that it's definitely something to watch. Is how the run game establishes. But I also think with this game, no matter how well the run game is, Jalen Hurts, this Broncos defense is also susceptible to the big play on the back end. Point being, Ronald Darby. No comment needed there. But they do have good safeties, but their corners will get torched a little bit. So can Jalen Hurts make a couple big throws? We haven't seen too many deep balls to Quez Watkins just because of the nature of the game plan the past couple weeks, but I think he's going to have to hit a couple of them or at least see a couple of them too. So I think Hurts is going to be a big factor in this one. And yeah, to wrap up, like Tim Patrick, that's another guy you got to watch out for the offensive end. I think I saw he has like a 156 passer rating when targeted versus man coverage. Unbelievable. I know a lot of guys probably have that stat versus Trayvon Diggs, but no offense to him. But we won't get into that conversation. But that's my thoughts on the game. I am a little bit pessimistic, but I'm also like, this is a winnable game for both sides. I absolutely think we could take this game home, and season could look a little bit different after today.
Facts. I mean, look, I agree with everything you said, man. I mean, as far as I go, look, the last time we played the Broncos, man, it was at Philly. That was our Super Bowl year.
Wasn't the time before that? It was also blowout, but the other direction, right?
I'm really not sure
when Vic was there.
I'm really not sure about that one because I didn't look. But that one right there is like a revenge game for them. I mean, I'm pretty sure not every player on this current team was there, but when you get beat 51-23, I mean, you are trying to embarrass your opponent the next time that you meet up with them.
They definitely.
Go ahead. What?
They definitely coming out harder. I just wanted to piggyback too off what Hunter said. What he said earlier, as far as this can be a season-defining game. That's really flying under the radar. Like, that's one of my main reasons for being one of the key reasons to even still being so in tune into this game, because this game could really mean a lot moving forward. We can either be out of the playoff situation, and then from that point on, we just watching the game, really truly evaluating, or we can still actually have some hope, which I truly hope so, because this is the time of the year where Dallas start collapsing. We need to start winning. That was one of the main reasons why I was feeling some type of way last week, because we lost and we couldn't take advantage of a week when Dallas actually fucking lost. That was for us to lose the way we did. It was a close, hard fought game, but for the defense not to be able to just get one stop and us not to be able to take advantage when that was obviously a game that we should have won. That kind of hurt. So, yeah, this is an important game. I just wanted to reiterate that, and also too the fact that these guys up on the line definitely have to start getting some pressure. I understand, coach may have this scheme, but forget that, bruh. There's ways to get to the quarterback. You're a professional NFL player. I don't want to hear blaming the schemes. At the end of the day, what are you doing? You just making contact with the player and being stood up. What are you doing? Are you not attacking? Are you like something has to be fixed? And that's upon the defensive line to get some type of pressure, because the quarterbacks are having all day. We didn't have not one sack last game. That's terrible. On top of a guy having a record high day, like that's embarrassing. Up on that line, I don't know if it's them upset with the scheme or whatnot, but they have to get out of their heads and understand that we have to get after the quarterback. This is a very important game. Matter of fact, just like you said, they missing some guys up on that front. Last game they also allowed 4 sacks. And 6 QB hits. So they obviously still trying to gel, still trying to get things together. We need to take advantage. It's been plenty of times this season where we've been going against teams that's been depleted and on defense and corners, and we not been able to take advantage. Well, now we need to take advantage upon this defensive line, and these guys need to get up front.
Yeah, look, check this out, right? Hey, I posted this on Monday, and I gave credit to Jeff and stuff like that. But our offense-wise, I'm really not worrying about our offense. Honest truth. I'm really not worrying about our offense, because the past few weeks, Nick Sirianni's shown that, hey, I'm adaptable, okay? Y'all want me to run the ball, I will run the ball. But I still put my little, my passing plays in there, yada, yada. But this guy right here, man, look, the Philadelphia Eagles, to me, had better talent than last year on defense. But the problem is, for some odd reason, the scheme is the reason why these guys are not being successful. Jonathan Gannon, he flexes muscles against sorry quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like, he flexes muscles. He's sitting in the blitz, like, yeah, bring the house on quarterbacks that he don't respect. But a quarterback that he think is going to beat him deep or, whatever, he just played back. And that's our problem. Our problem is this. We need to be consistent. Watching that Dolphins game against the Ravens, I tweeted it out. I'm hoping that Jonathan Gannon is watching this game. The Dolphins had 7 against 5, right? Just to show it, pre-snap. And then when the snap actually happened, they probably send 1 extra or both or none. They drop back. So why can't we do that? That's all we asking for, is just make the quarterback on the other side go
make
through his
think.
make him think. Go ahead, coach.
I was just gonna add to get to that point. Look how the Dolphins' last 3 wins came. Every third down, if you look at it, they're gonna bring a blitz, full house. They're gonna bring full house. They say, forget it. We're just gonna get some pressure on the quarterback and generate some type. We got nothing to lose any goddamn way. We got nothing to lose, so I'm just gonna bring it. You cannot block all those guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's sending even backside safeties on slot. He'll send any backside. If I have to go 1-on-1, I would trust my cornerbacks. But we gotta get there. And the Dolphins, think about that game against Buffalo. How they made Josh Allen look mediocre. How has Josh Allen been playing so far? Not great. He couldn't score a touchdown on Jacksonville. Baltimore I thought Baltimore had a decent game plan as well. I thought they were beating the blitz because they kept throwing screens, and the screens were actually working. But the problem is you had 2 fumbles. by Marquise Brown and Sammy Watkins. So I thought Baltimore did break the blitz a little bit, but the problem is Lamar Jackson definitely got rattled by the blitz, and he definitely got rattled. He definitely didn't look good against the blitz. He had no idea how to play against it. And my Houston Texans, of course, every third down or third and long, third and short, no matter, they just bring everybody. At least they're being consistent.
Yeah.
At least they are being consistent in what they're doing right now, and it's got them 3 wins so far. The same amount of wins we got. Like you said, why we can't be that consistent? Why we can't sometimes on third down situations bring pressure and get off the field? We got the athletes, we got the talent, but the Dolphins, every third down, if you watch them, or even second down, they bring blitzes. They bring this man right here. They bring this man. I think this is outside linebacker. They bring both of them, and then sometimes they'll bring the linebacker over the middle, and you can see across the board everybody's one-on-one coverage. But the blitzes is getting there actually, and it's forcing the quarterback to throw off balance and hurry it up. And so, like I said, we don't have no consistency on the defensive side of the football at all. And we want to play 10 yards or 7 yards back and make these quarterbacks get comfortable. I mean, you're not going to be able to win like that all the time, just giving up free gifts, free Christmas gifts to a quarterback, especially a good quarterback as well. Especially it can work. It can either go bad in our favor today because Teddy Bridgewater, again, he's very good at protecting the football. He's very good at not making those mistakes and throwing in coverage, not playing hero ball. Teddy Bridgewater is just Teddy Bridgewater. Yes, he's Mr. Check Down. Yes, he's going to throw slant, but he's going to make the right plays. That's just what it is.
Yeah, so look, hey, this play right here, man. Hey, Brian Westbrook, I love the fact that I follow him on Twitter, man. You know, the Eagles legend. And every week, man, he absolutely break down every bad play, you know, defensive play, offensive play on the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is one that he literally, you know, broke down. Look, the Eagles on this play right here, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5-on-5, right? The problem is you think they're bringing the blitz, right? You think they are bringing the blitz. It's already 5-on-5, by the way. You think they are bringing the blitz, and look what they do. They drop. Look, the blitz is coming. It's hiking. Wait. And this is third down, by the way. They dropped Derek Barnett. Now it's 5-on-4. Like, what kind of crap was that?
They dropped Derek Barnett in coverage.
Yeah, and you actually see 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still 4 rushing, but they dropped Derek Barnett back and saying that this is our blitz. We try blitzing. You can't blitz like that. Derek Barnett gave up that first down to a tight end. The Chargers was 130-something yards completion to the tight ends. So Herbert had 300-something yards throughout the game. 130-something of it was to the tight end. So Noah Fant is a very good tight end, by the way. And then the other guy that backed him up because Noah didn't play last week, they are a very good tight end. But just watching this right here, to me, it's stubborn. How you said that you bring in the blitz and you literally don't have no blitz. It's literally 2 people drop back. It's literally 5-on-4. Like this one guy, like he literally had nobody to block. He didn't have nobody to block. So Jonathan Gannon, to me, he literally needs to fix whatever he's trying to do. Because look, this is a perfect opportunity. Teddy Bridgewater, he's a game manager. In fact, he's worse than a game manager. He holds on to the ball. Like, if you're going to get back on track, this is the perfect quarterback to get back on track with if you play aggressive. Because he's not going to pre-read anything and throw the ball so fast. He's not. He's going to hold on to that ball. So if you try to get any sacks, today is the day, or you will not get no sacks at all. So, all right, look.
If you one more thing, if you can pull that film thing back up, if you can just look, how I know it's probably the scheme. It's probably the scheme because you can see the safety immediately goes over the top of the cornerback, and Derek Barnett just on an island by himself. Watch the safety go over top of the cornerback. That's the defensive scheme. Look at the safety. Look at the safety goes on top. Look, goes on top of the cornerback. So that means you were doubling over the top of the receiver, and you can see Derek Barnett just immediately drop back in coverage and drop back in coverage. That's basically on Jonathan Gannon on the
It
defensive
is.
scheme. While you can have the safety coming up and playing that tight end, coming up and actually guarding that tight end and let Derek Barnett just drop. But like I say, that's how you know. That's how you know he respects quarterbacks like that. That's literally the scheme problem. If you just look at that safety come over the top and just leaving Derek Barnett on the island by itself with that tight end instead of bringing the safety down and let Barnett go inside to try to get that quarterback.
Facts.
Yeah,
facts.
real quick
Go ahead.
too, if I could just add.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, if you're gonna drop those guys into coverage, it's got to be Jannard Avery or Patrick Johnson, like guys who have actually done that before and can pass rush. Not a guy like Derek Barnett who has been a pass rusher since he got here.
And he
He's
suck
never-
at that.
like-
He suck at that.
Right. Right. Also true. Yeah. Like when I think Gannon just doesn't know his players very well because when he's run kind of that traditional fourth, I get he wants to run different fronts and show different looks, but when he's run that like straight 4-3, they've done a lot better. Especially, I know it's the Lions, but they look more comfortable because one, they've ran that before, and two, it just suits the styles better because you can't have these guys like Josh Sweat and Derek Barnett dropping or Fletcher Cox dropping a QB spy. I mean, what are we doing here? I don't get it. You're like Patrick Johnson was the guy who did all of that in college. He was kind of a jack of all trades. Jannard Avery, when he was in Cleveland, did that a little bit, and all his sacks came from the stand-up position. And you can still have a couple guys on the interior because you're still going to have three guys inside of them. You can still play Barnett and Sweat there, or you could just stick with the traditional 4-3 where they're coming off the edge and they don't have to worry about dropping into pass coverage. It makes no sense why he's doing that, and it doesn't seem like he understands what his players' strengths are at all.
Facts. Look, hey, real quick, man. If you are watching and listening and enjoying this stream, man, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you go to all these terrific content creators channels, man. It's Eagles all day, every day. We got some content creators on here that does Sixers and Nats and gaming and stuff like that. So please do not miss the opportunity to subscribe to their channel. So let's move on. So if the Philadelphia Eagles fall to 3-7, what are we doing? D-Gifted, what are you doing? Are you panicking? Are you done for the season? Are you like, you know what? 3-7, that means that we only allowed to lose one more because I feel like that 9 wins is like the magic number to get a wild card. So that means what? We have to go, let me see, 3-7 is 10 games. So that means that we need to go 6-1 the following 7 games to even hit that magic number 9. So are you panicking?
Yeah, man.
What's going through you?
Honestly, I'm not panicking. It's still a long season. Anything could happen. Injuries could happen. You know what I mean? Teams could really, fall off. Like we just literally just got surprised last week by the Denver Broncos literally crushing the Dallas Cowboys. So with that being said, I wouldn't be panicking, but I would definitely be more heavily evaluating. But as far as giving up, nah. But I do believe that this week is the week where we need to start a winning streak. I don't believe this season we have won 2 games in a row yet. So with that being said, like it seemed highly unreasonable to believe that we would suddenly start a winning streak, but the schedule favors us, and our offense seems to have found the identity that I'm not really afraid of 3-7 if the defense can find the answer.
All right. Hey, go ahead because okay, go ahead. Who's next?
I mean, again, today is gonna actually tell me what if like I say, of course, I'm not giving up on this team, but it will be concerns. I'm not gonna panic. I think it's always a chance, and it always will be. But today is gonna actually tell me how this defense plays out. Today, I'm strictly on the defense. It's gonna tell me how this defense plays out. If it's gonna definitely tell me because again, this defense got to show up. And if you have concerns and can't have faith about this defense not showing up and not giving this offense a chance to even get back in the game or in case they're down, then hey, it's a lot of concern. So if we go 3-7, it's gonna be concerning, and it doesn't look good. But today would actually tell me
Mm-hmm.
how this defense is gonna play, and you would know by the first series. You will know, okay, this defense is not gonna be good. This good defense is not gonna be good today. You will know by the time when they come out, if they come out on the bank and hit somebody in the mouth, you'll know, say, okay, this defense is gonna be for real. But it's all depends on what happened today in these performance of the defensive side of the ball. And Jalen Hurts, I mean, dealing with Bosa all in his face last weekend and to able to get up out of those certain situations and down then breaking his neck, flipping over for somebody just to get a first
Beautiful,
down. I
man.
like that. I like that. That's a leader. That guy showed heart. He showed guts. Yes, he
Mm-hmm.
missed a couple of throws as well that he should have made, but every quarterback gonna miss throws. Every quarterback is gonna miss
Mm-hmm.
throws. And I like the way Nick Sirianni kind of got it in his head, how he manages Jalen Hurts. I wouldn't go 15 to 20. 15 to 20 passes is the limit for Jalen Hurts. For me, I'm not going over 25, I'm not going 30 because it's not good when he does that. When we don't have it, that means when you overdo that, that means you're trying to get into a shootout with a team, and we're not good at getting throwing shootouts. That means when you go over 20, when you go over 25 to 30 passes, you're basically trying to get into a shootout with those teams. And that's not going to work against a team like Dallas or Tampa Bay or something like that. You can't get in shootouts with these teams. Sometimes you're gonna have to get these teams to adjust to your playing style and how you play. You can't adjust to how they play. We're not good at that. We're not good at that. So again, today's gonna performance by this defense is gonna only tell me what if everybody's gonna panic or do we still got a chance. I'm worried about this defense. I'm not worried about this offense because the offense did give us a chance to win last weekend. Nick Sirianni did coach his ass off and went back to the running game, and the running game showed out. The offensive line competed,
Yeah.
but this defense
Facts.
concerns me, man. This defense is just concerns me. And else, so this defense today will tell me, tell me all I need to know, and tell everybody all we needed to know.
Yeah. Yo, Hunter, what are you doing, man? Are you running away? Are you ever going to wear that green jersey again or what? Are you done? We fought a 3-7. Are you done?
Hey, look, I mean, I wouldn't say panic. The fan in me will be panicking because obviously I want this team to make the playoffs and make a run at the Super Bowl every year. But the realist in me, once I calm down after like a few hours, will be saying, look, this team is very, very young and probably going to get a good draft pick. So I think I won't be panicking just because I don't think I think the expectations were a little too high coming into this year. But I do think that I do think even if even if they, if they're losing the game, I'm still going to be very upset because I think they've got to come out here, even if it's not even for playoffs. Like this is just about showing who you are as a team. Like go out there and fight for your coaching staff.
Right.
Go out there and show you guys deserve to be on the same football field with them on both sides of the ball. Like. This is a prove-it game for them. I mean, they need to show that they can compete with they've competed with teams, but they need to show they can close the job in the fourth quarter. Like it feels a lot like Wentz's rookie year. Wentz's rookie year, we won a lot more games. Well, up to this point, we had a lot more success because we got off to a hot start.
7-9 his rookie year.
Mm-hmm. And we started off 3-0, and then I think we had a winning record up until we played Green Bay on that Monday night. Things kind of went downhill from there, but. We had a good year up to this point. Whereas this year, it's like those games that we struggled to close out. Wentz's rookie year have happened a lot earlier in the year. Like we've had a lot of 49ers game. We had a chance to win that game. Looked a little bit like they got a little bit head start on that 4th and 1 that closed out the game. But anyway, that's in the past. That's another thing you could have controlled earlier if you just played well enough. The Chargers game, obviously. The Chiefs, I mean, that was just kind of they just had our number and we just couldn't stop anything on defense. I mean, there's been opportunities to close out games. We could be 4-5 right now. We could be 5-4, but that's all in the past. And show today that you've learned from that and that you guys want to go out there and win this game. I think they just got to stay in the game, and then the fourth quarter they've got to find a way to get it done, especially on the defensive side of the ball, like you guys said. So. That's really what I want to see is just closing out the game, disciplined football down the stretch, no penalties like Barnett, no turnovers, which we've been pretty good with. Penalties overall, I mean, have been pretty good as of late. We really haven't been all that penalized, I'd say. since the horrendous start of the season we had with penalties.
Yeah.
So just know, I know they're rookies and there's a lot of young guys in there, but we're past the midway point now. Like I want to see some of those rookie mistakes start to be eliminated today.
So look, hey, the Eagles fall to 3-7. I'm done. I'm throwing away my hat, everything. I'm burning everything up. No, I'm not. Okay, because look, I think it's going to take 9 wins. All right. So even if we fall 3-7, we still have 2 more games. Now, once we hit that 9 mark on the losing column, okay, then it's time to say, you know what, it's over. Because I really feel like 9 wins will get you in a wild card, and we have the advantage over Carolina and the Atlanta Falcons because we beat them both. So I'm not panicking. I'm still going to be the same guy. Look, I'm going to say we will be okay. I mean, this is just a better team. I'm like, yes, we keep beating sorry teams. Yes, we beat the Falcons. All of a sudden, now they're a little bit hot. We beat the Panthers. They trash. And we beat the Lions. They trash. Can we beat a decent team? That's all I want to know. Can we beat someone over 500 when we play them? Like, can they be that, that team that say, you know what? We could do it. I thought last week was a perfect opportunity to be a Chargers team that is in a hunt in a tough AFC West division, but they are beating some good, and some good teams. But can we do that? Can we show, especially after the Cowboys got massacred? Like, I mean, they had more Broncos fans at the Dallas Stadium than Cowboys fans. You know what I mean? So can we go out and say, you know what, Cowboys, y'all couldn't get the job done, but just watch us do the job. You know what I mean? So I want to say that something has to come out of this. You know what I mean? Give me hope to move forward, but we need to win because of hope and confidence. But if we lose this game with 3-7, we still have 7 more games left. Who knows what might happen? Go ahead, D.
Man, I just had a fucking brain fart. Damn.
All right. Hey, that's all right. Hey, what's your biggest concern facing the Broncos defense? Matter of fact, I'll just go first real quick. This is my biggest damn concern right there. The Broncos defense. They are the best defense by far we are about to face, period. Like, there are 6 defense. Go ahead.
Hey, look, you speaking about that just reminded me, because I was gonna say, you and Hunter brought up, previous games. Hunter brought up the fact that we couldn't close out the games, and you asked a great question on, can we, finish? I think, I think the team for the most part gave me hope that they can, just on the strength that we know that our offense has weapons, and we seen our offense. I'm not specifically talking about the offense. We've seen our offense compete when it came down to tough teams. We've competed. The only team I can say that really, whooped us is the Cowboys. That was some like embarrassing stuff. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, for the most part, our offense has shown that if Nick Sirianni can coach these guys right, we've been toe to toe with every team that's supposedly been hard, or been competitive. So I think for the most part, the offense gave us hope that they can at least, put up points. They put up I believe 30 plus points, I believe like twice already this season, more than they didn't put up 30 plus points at all last season. So, just that's that alone, just gives, shit to give people hope that they can put up points, and then to know that this is the time where we need to be winning, and this is the time we actually seeing the offense actually connecting, and Nick Sirianni finding a groove. This is the perfect time to find that rhythm. We was hella close last game, but yet we was going against a competitive team, but yet once again we was in there, we was fighting. Our team has shown consistently that when going against a team, if Nick Sirianni can put these guys in position, they're gonna be right there. I seen a stat too that said, we are 15-1 when trailing 22 points or more, and we 7-2 when allowing 21 points or fewer. So basically, with that being said, we toe to toe with these guys, but it get to a certain point where our defense just cannot hold up long enough for us to even have an opportunity. So I think the offense has shown us and gave us hope for the most part that they can put up numbers for sure.
Yeah, facts. Look, I mean, hey, this is my biggest concern right here, man. Like, just going up against this strong Denver Broncos defense. I mean, like, I had a Denver Bronco content creator. You know, her name is Bree. Just go check her out on Twitter and stuff like that, or just go back on my YouTube channel and just check it out. But the more she talked about this Denver Broncos defense, the more I was like, how are we going to penetrate this defense? Like, I mean, like pick your poison type of thing. Like, are you going to run against them? Well, they're sixth in rush defense. Are you going to pass against them? Well, they're eighth in pass defense. Are you going to try to go for the fourth down? Good luck, because they're first and fourth down defense. So you're going to put up 50 points against them? Good luck, because they're second in points allowed. And they play some good teams along the way, but they're still allowing second fewest points in the league. So that kind of like, golly, what are we going to do against this defense? But remember, like I said to open this live up, we're going to have to make them play our game. Do not let them play their game. If you want them to play their game, we will lose, because that's what they're good at. So we got to do a lot of mix and match, a lot of Jalen Hurts, just like last week. I did not agree with it, but hindsight 2020, just looking at it, I'm like, you know what? He was only trying to get them, let the Chargers say, hey, we're going to throw the ball, so back up. And then he started running the ball. And now the Chargers was kind of confused, running and passing. They didn't know what to do. That's how we was able to keep up with them in scoring. But with this defense right here, we're going to have to use, and they don't blitz as much. They literally get to the quarterback with four people, the front four. That's it. So if they do blitz, they're only going to be more lethal. So what is your biggest concern facing this Broncos defense?
My biggest concern, I'm gonna say, turning the ball over. You gotta avoid turning the ball over against these guys. Against a good defense like that, you gotta be good every aspect of the offensive side of the ball, and you're gonna have to at least try to run the football again. With a good defense like that, you have to exploit the running game real good, even though if it's not working. Because when you can get them all balanced, the only way you can do that is get them all balanced by running the football against a great defense like that. Everything will open up, play action, screens. But number one, you can't turn over the football against a great defense like this. They do got a top safety in the game, and Justin Simmons, who's real good. Bradley Chubb, please try to keep this guy away from Jalen Hurts. Please try to do that.
Is he playing though? Is Chubb even off IR?
I don't think he's playing.
Oh, he's not playing. Okay, that's cool. That's kind of cool if he's not playing, but still this defense still good all around through, man. So again, you got to protect the quarterback, and you can't turn the ball over for me, and you have to really establish the run game with Jordan Howard and Boston Scott. And Jordan Howard showed that he can play defenses like this, that he can go up against defenses like this. And Boston Scott is proved to be electric. So if we can run the ball and Jalen Hurts can protect the football a little bit and not turn the ball over, not put the ball on the ground, we should be fine. Because one thing, this Denver Broncos defense is physical. They're very good in forcing turnovers, and you cannot allow them to get in short field situations where that offense can easily go down the field and score on short field situations and stuff like that. So turnovers, not turning the ball over, will be key. And you have to run the football against this defense. No matter how good this defense is, you can always find a code to crack in a great defense. It's just a matter of execution and just not turn the ball over.
Facts.
Look, I mean, you kind of hinted at it, Coach Dante. That safety duo is pretty good. They're pretty Justin Simmons has been playing some really good football over the past month or so. And Kareem Jackson, he's been back there before. Like, these two guys are experienced, and they've played in that Broncos defense before. They're going to make it tough on the back end, and they're probably going to be able to cover up some of the mistakes of those corners who are going to be out there today who have really struggled. So the safeties definitely worry me, especially if they can come up in the run game. I think you need to keep Quez out there just to keep them honest and keep them back there so that we can keep less guys out of the box and open up the run for, Howard, Scott, and hopefully we sprinkled Gainwell in the past game. We did. I was encouraged last week. We did. He just didn't get a lot of targets, but as long as he's out there running routes, that's good with me because I think that's what he's probably the best route runner out of our running backs. So, I would almost consider him a wide receiver to an extent at some points, but look, they got banged up at linebacker earlier this year. Alexander Johnson, who's really, really good player. I think he's out for the year. Justin Stranai just got placed on COVID, so they have Baron Browning and Kenny Young. The Rams guy in the chat will know him. He played for the Rams for a couple years there. More of a pass coverage guy. He has put on some weight, but and then Baron Browning, a rookie, who I liked him coming out of Ohio State, but that's a tall task. So they've got some young guys out there. So again, if you can establish that run, I'll feel good about this game. But I think the safeties coming up to help those guys out, that young front. Will be crucial, especially helping out the secondary because they are banged up on defense outside of the safety position.
Yeah, your biggest concern facing the Broncos defense.
Yeah, for the most part, I agree. I would have to say personally, it's the Denver pass defense as a whole. With them being, as good as they is, I feel like just like what basically everybody said, the run is going to be very important with a pass defense that's ranked as good as Denver is. We can't afford to be predictable. This is a team that shuts down, quarterbacks. They had I know Dak Prescott was coming off an injury, but they still had a pretty good day against him, forcing him only 5.9 yards per attempt. And, Dak Prescott is an explosive player. This is a guy who, especially during crunch time, he getting them yards. So for them to crack down upon him and for them to, for Denver defense to be third ranked in as far as QB ratings allowed, which is 81.5. I don't got time for Jalen Hurts to be trying to be Superman and be throwing the ball when ultimately he's going against a disciplined defense. You know what I mean? So that play action is going to be crucial. And with that being said, that run has to be established. I feel like Jordan Howard came back just in time because we're gonna need him to be that north and south runner, for the team along with Boston Scott. So with that being said, Jalen Hurts should probably have a similar game that he had, last game. Probably about I think he had 17 attempts, 11 for 17, 162 yards. His QB rating was pretty good too. So I feel like if it can be, somewhat similar, if you have to no more than what Coach said, like 25 pass attempts, we should be in there, you know what I'm saying? Because that means we pretty much, keeping them balanced. And with this pass defense, we do not want to be predictable. So I feel like their pass defense as a whole is my biggest concern because Nick Sirianni can really get into a situation where he starts becoming predictable. He starts calling screens or starts trying to reach, and then it's 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 4 straight 3 and outs. To me, that's a turnover. You might as well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a turnover to me.
His defense gonna be tired, breathing, boss. Like I'm tired, boss. Tired. All right, so look, and let's go to 3 key to victory and give me your game day prediction. Let's start with Coach Dante. Let's go, Coach. You up, Coach?
Okay, 3 keys to victory right here. I'm gonna say the same thing over and over again because it's very important in the game of football to keep the other team's offense off the field. Now, again, it's a different scenario, but I'm gonna say it again. You have to keep Teddy Bridgewater them off the field.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, you can have Sam Darnold on the other side, but if you don't keep that team, if the other opposing offense get more possessions than you, that's not good. So if your defense, especially if you're going 3 and out, like it's a possibility on this Denver Broncos defense, and give Teddy Bridgewater chance after chance after chance, eventually your defense is gonna start breaking. It's gonna start bending, and they're gonna start breaking. And they're gonna get tired, and guys and teams are gonna see that, and they're gonna wear him down with Melvin Gordon. In the other running back that D Gifted said that they got. So time of possession will be key. Turnovers. You can't have turnovers against a great Denver defense like this. You cannot turn the ball over. You can, especially on your own side of the field, that give the Broncos short fields to set them up in scoring position. That would not be on the defense. That will be on the offensive side of the ball. If any type of offense have to start from the short field, have to start from the short field, that means you're turning the ball over, and that means you're turning the ball over pretty much, and you're making too many mistakes. So turnovers is a second key, and time possession is first. Is first. Third key, Jalen Hurts. It's going to come down to Jalen Hurts. You have to make smart decisions with the football. You have to be willing to protect the football. Certain situations, you have to be willing to take a sack, even if you don't want to. But anything to keep this Denver defense from going crazy and keep this offense, that defense off, keep your defense arrest, anything will help. But Jalen Hurts cannot turn the football over and try to play hero bat football. You cannot force the ball in coverages. Even if you get sacked, you cannot tuck the football, and just go down. And so my key is Jalen Hurts, keep your turnovers at a minimal, time possessions, and you can't just turn the ball. You can't turn the football over. That's my three keys to the game. And Jonathan Gannon, this goddamn defense have to get a goddamn stop when we need him to. Will not be no excuses this game. Jonathan Gannon, I'm gonna add a fourth with, and that will be Jonathan Gannon, because this defense at times has to step up. Yes. That's just what it is. This defense is not performing, and it's a goddamn shame when we do have a chance to win a game. This defense always breaking at the biggest point of the goddamn ball game. Get this offense back on the field when we are hot. Get some stops when we need stops. It's unacceptable to have a 99-yard drive and not controlling time of possession, not making a damn stop. A 3rd and 15, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 6s. You have to get off the field on those long third down plays. There's no reason Keenan Allen should be wide open over the middle on a 3rd and 15 to put Derek Barnett in a position to get an outsized penalty. So Jonathan Gannon, I'm going to be looking more at Jonathan Gannon this game than anything else. So he is on a hot seat. He's got to prove that he's a capable of damn defensive coordinator, because it's unacceptable how this defense give up big play after big play after big play, especially on long third down situations.
Facts. Hey.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, I mean, like you said, Coach Dante, I think you made a good point. Something I thought about too while you were talking about that. Like, our offense was keeping our defense off the field too, and they still struggled. Like, at least in previous weeks, it's like, well, the offense is just passing every down, and then they're in 3rd and long, and then they can't convert, and then defense is getting thrown back out there. And that was a lot of the case last year too, was that, while Jim Schwartz was frustrating, his guys were getting thrown out there, at their own, at the 10-yard line, because Carson Wentz was turning the ball over so much, and everything was just going wrong. This year, like, it seems like the offense, or at least the past couple weeks, the offense has stayed on the field, and last week especially too. So, look, I think to follow up on your point, Coach Dante, whoever runs the ball most effectively, I think, is going to win this game. Because, like you said, time of possession, I'm a big time of possession guy too. And also just being able to play to your style, because I think both teams want to establish the run early. And, if the Eagles can't, it could be a long day for them, because I just don't know if we want Jalen Hurts sitting back there 25 times, like you said. And speaking of Jalen Hurts, I think he's got to sit in the pocket, be patient, and hit 2 deep balls today. Or at least maybe a little further than intermediate. I just think that there's going to be a couple opportunities, and if they're there, I think a lot of times the underthrows I don't even think have been his arm strength. I think it's more so been just late recognition. And then, I think that's a big part of it. So I think just him noticing a little bit early and being able to hit guys in stride downfield would be big. If he can do that, because like you guys said, like the Broncos defense, whether you pass or run against them, they're going to get stops and they're going to be aggressive. So if you can get downfield and kind of get something going, that might throw them off, their game plan a little bit, especially early in this one. And I think that goes along with the run, because if you can set up play action, you'll be able to get a couple shot plays downfield by drawing those guys in. And then my last key would probably be, yeah, Gannon's got to get aggressive. I want to see him. I want to see him go press man a couple times, and if we get beat, we get beat. You know what? I'm at the point where it is what it is. But enough of this getting like it's not. You don't have Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby at corner right now. This is the type of way we played with them, and we would bend, but we didn't break a lot of the time with Jim Schwartz. Credit to him, but with Gannon, it's like you've got corners like maybe Maddox isn't the best in man, but you've got corners who can go out there and do it. And if Maddox is going to get beat, have him play a little outside leverage and have someone over the middle playing that hole so that even if Jerry Jeudy gets him over the middle of the field, he'll get popped or the pass will get broken up by whoever's defending the middle of the field, right? So whether that's McLeod or, I don't know if Edwards would get there in time, but he's a smart football player. So whatever it is, like just go aggressive, send 5 or 6 guys a couple times and make it tough on Teddy B, because if you let him sit back there, especially behind a depleted O-line, and have all day, he's going to make those throws and just methodically, tear us down bit by bit, piece by piece, yard by yard. And it's going to be long drives. Like it all goes back to the point Coach Dante made about time of possession. So those are my 3 keys to the game.
Hey, wait. Also, I said the score prediction. So
yeah.
Hey, give me a score prediction, and then we're going to go back to Coach Dante, and then we're going to give my guy D give it his chance.
I'm gonna go 26-23 Broncos. I just think they have a little bit more on offense right now, and we have a little bit less on defense in terms of play calling. But I think this could go. I think that score could go either way. For the record, like I think the Eagles could win by that score too. I also don't want to jinx them either, so I'm going with the Broncos.
All right, Coach.
I'm gonna go in a low-scoring affair, even though I don't trust in this defense at all. But this is respectable to the Broncos. I got 2017 Denver. 2017 Denver.
2017 Denver. Okay, all right.
Yep.
D Gifted. Hey, it's your flow, man. Hey, your 3 keys and your final score prediction.
Man, I'll say my first key obviously is establishing the run. The run itself, is actually, I guess, what the offensive team is leaning more towards, a more balanced offensive play calling for Jalen Hurts. The running game really helps out the whole offense, helps out the play action, and it helps out the defense too. So with that being said, I have them establishing the run as a key part of this victory, because without that, we're pretty much going to be predictable, and both teams are going to be trying to establish that run game, because Teddy Bridgewater needs that run game as well. So we're gonna just like Hunter said, whoever can be most effective, is going to be the successor. So Jordan Howard coming in there right on time. Boston Scott, he got something to prove. He running like a dog. I want to see them guys turn up. That's my number 1 key right there. Number 2 key, I would have to say, is us getting the pressure on Teddy. We haven't been getting no type of pressure, which is a part of the game of football. You have to create some type of pressure up on the quarterback in order to create some type of confusion or hurry up. Because if you're not hurrying them up, they basically playing catch with their wide receivers. They just sitting back there playing. These are professional guys, and we haven't hit the Chargers quarterback all game. This is a start. I'm a Herbert fan. You cannot give this guy all the time in the world. 80% completion percentage. Don't give Teddy that. He loves to take things underneath. So that's going to be huge if we come out and Teddy have 80% of completion percentage. If Teddy come out with 80% completion percentage, JG might as well be looking for another job, because that would be the 6th quarterback. And Teddy, by the way, getting all them completion percentage. So that's my key number 2. Key number 3, I would have to say Jalen Hurts. Like I said, that play with Nick Sirianni calling them run plays and Jordan Howard and Boston Scott running up the middle, and with that play action being there, Jalen Hurts is going to have to hit. He's going to have to come up with those opportunities. I remember early in the season when Nick Sirianni was going back and forth with bad play calling and good play calling. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, okay, Nick Sirianni, you know what I'm saying? He not giving these he's all off balance. All of a sudden he want to wait to the third quarter to start trying to attack him. Jalen Hurts ain't into no rhythm. Well, now I'm seeing, okay, there's the run game. He's using the play action. So when those opportunities come, you have to hit. You have to hit. So, like I said, it's an evaluation time, and we gonna still have to evaluate the coaches as well. But Jalen Hurts is definitely the last key to victory for me. And my score prediction is going to be 24-21 Eagles.
Okay, all right. Look, my three keys are this: run the goddamn ball. Okay, just run the ball because that will open up more, play action and all this guru passing plays that Nick want to run. So run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. My second is this: Jonathan Gannon, bring the blitz. You don't respect Teddy Bridgewater. He's he's a mobile quarterback, but he holds onto the ball so long where you could take advantage of that. So bring the blitz. Don't be afraid. Get beat deep. I don't care. But just bring the blitz. Just show me that you learned from last week's mistake, like that you did not blitz at all, or if you did blitz, the fake blitz you did when you brought in five, you dropped one back, which was Barnett, which was the worst blitz I ever saw. But it is what it is. This is your day to make up for it. And Jalen Hurts. This is a Jalen Hurts game because, like I said, the Broncos are ranked top 10 in every position, like, passing, running defense, and they're second in allowing team to score. So I need Jalen Hurts game. He gonna have to carry us to victory. Period. Like, I don't trust our defense. Jalen Hurts, this is on you. You want to be the franchise quarterback. Throw us to victory. Run us to victory. This is on you. This is on your show. Just show us. Yes, you're a young quarterback, but at the same time, this is your 14th game, I believe, in the league. So you have no kind of excuses, but still, you just need to throw us or run us to victory. And my score prediction is this. And this might be my last time saying a score prediction. Because if we lose, I'm not going to say a score prediction for the rest of the season because I'm tired of treating our fans, of telling our fans some false narrative, some false prophet that we're going to win every week when we don't. So you know what? This is going to be my last, score prediction in it. And if I do a score prediction, it probably will be for the other team. But 27, 24, the Philadelphia Eagles will take this win, 27-24, and we will move to 4-6 season. So any last words before we go?
I want to bring this up. I mean, again, on the defensive side of the ball, if you have Darius Slay and Steven Nelson, which is you go out and get, and you have Darius Slay, pretty much used to be a top 5 corner in the game. Why are you scared to press up? And you know why? Well, a coach will be scared to do that because it's either you don't got trust in your cornerback situation. You don't have trust because this defense is giving up a lot. They're still giving up a lot anyway. So actually, you got nothing to lose but trust Darius Slay and Steven Nelson. I don't give a damn. Just go all out. Like the Dolphins, they don't care. They're going 1-on-1 across the board. They're bringing it home, and they just 1-on-1 across the board. And it also going to force Teddy Bridgewater to make a hurry up throw because he don't want the blitz to get home. He knows he don't want the blitz to get home. So what do you even got to lose? Trust Darius Slay, trust Steven Nelson to guard someone 1-on-1. If you have to bring a linebacker over and just put a safety over the top, you do that. That's just how it goes. But this game is definitely going to be on the defensive side of the ball. Jalen Hurts definitely going to have to make some big throws in this game on this type of on this defensive side of the ball. And one thing you're gonna be afraid of if the Denver Broncos stop the run game consistently, and Nick Sirianni seeing it's not going to work. Do you throw Jalen Hurts 25 passes? Say just hey, you just gonna have to get us this win that way, which is I don't think it will be working. I don't think he should, but again, that's another thing I got in mind. If the Denver Broncos are stopping the run consistently, and Nick Sirianni seeing we cannot run the football at all, he's gonna be forced hand to Jalen Hurts. You got to go make some throws and stand in the pocket and win us this ball game.
Yes, sir. Anybody else? Any last words? All right. So look, happy Veterans Day weekend because Veterans Day was Thursday.
Man, thank you for your service, man. I forgot you was.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you, JC.
No problem, man. Hey, no problem. Hey, I'm glad to do what I did. You know what I mean? So, but happy Veterans Day weekend to all the veterans out there. And hopefully our Philadelphia Eagles make y'all proud and do this country a service and win the goddamn ball game. How about that? How about we win a damn game for the damn veterans out there that one leg, two legs, whatever leg they got, one arm. Look, Eagles, this is your time to show. Look, you got the eagle on the freaking American flag. I hope y'all win a game for these veterans out there. This is it. So happy Veterans Day. And I have a good feeling. I got my Super Bowl hat on when we trout the Denver Broncos. So hopefully, and I got my JC Eagles talk. Wait. Wait, JC Eagles talk. Sweatshirt on. With Devontae Smith. Look, I have a good feeling about this game, but it's going to be one on the defense. Period. The defense is going to step up, and I have a feeling because Jonathan Gannon been getting torched all week. Maybe this is the week he step up and he don't respect Teddy Bridgewater. But one last thing before I go, the Dallas Cowboys are up 7-0, but the Falcons are driving, and the Washington football team are up 3-0, and they just recovered a fumble. So they are about to drive the other way. So that's all I got to say. As always, this is your boy, JC from JC Eagles Talk. Go Birds.